Good Sampo and welcome to Bhutan This Week, our weekly news program. I am Namgizam. Our top stories for this week. His Majesty the King conferred Thake to the Prime Minister and the ministers in the throne room at Tashchuzong last week. The appointment of Limpo Doji Chodon is a milestone in the history of Bhutan. And the subsidies on cooking gas and kerosene were reinstated on 1st August. His Majesty the King conferred Thake to the Prime Minister and the ministers in the throne room at the Tashchuzong last week. This formally marked the beginning of the tenure of the new government formed by the People's Democratic Party.
The Prime Minister and his cabinet will now officially take charge of the government. They were conferred the Dakin from His Majesty the King. Leunchen Sering Topge, the new Prime Minister, will now take his duty in forging ahead the state affairs. Leunchen Sering Topge, who is also the president of the PDP, was the former opposition leader in the parliament. Home Minister Damchu Doji also served as an opposition member. Prior to joining politics in 2008, he was the Attorney General. Doji Chodon, the new Minister of Works and Human Settlement, and now the country's first woman minister, worked with the UN Development Programme as the Assistant Resident Representative. The Education Minister, Mingbu Dukpa, last served as the Managing Director of BBS before he participated in 2008 election. Rinzin Doji, the Foreign Affairs Minister, who is from Sarpang, was the former Ha Zongda before he resigned to join PDP for 2013 election. Nima Sangye Tsempo, who is the Minister of Labour and Human Resources, worked in the Education Ministry and in the National Assembly as interpreter. Tandin Wangchuk previously worked as a contractor and also as a people's representative in Wangdi. He will take charge of the Health Ministry as the minister. Namge Doji, the new finance minister from Trongsa Drakten Langtil, earlier contested for PDP in 2008. Previously, he worked with erstwhile Bhutan Development Finance Corporation. D.N. Dungil, who also contested in 2008, is the Minister of Information and Communications. He previously worked as a business entrepreneur and worked abroad for a couple of years. The Economic Affairs Minister Norbu Wangchuk served in the civil service and in the private sector. He was also a researcher and consultant before joining the politics. Ishidoji, the Minister of Agriculture and Forest, previously contested in 2008 election with PDP. Prior to that, he worked with the same ministry as a senior planning officer, and after 2008, he was with the UN. Following the Dakin, His Majesty the King granted an audience to the Prime Minister, cabinet ministers and MP-elects of the ruling government.
Dari jitok nibigi 작둘레 두비 제투쟁이 튀미 가야로 대마라카들레 다시들이율 대드줌베라 다리 마저라 작두기 잘라서 제브들로 대 수든 촉바 라시저를 잠어도이 대 수든 촉바술레 대마라카들레 까리 가스도 지가 카치슈데라 게럽는 츠비기 대 잘라 봄 제브들로 대마저라 메시스게 라사 남덕이 돌레베 잘레진베슈이 대마저라 메시스줄레 마라카들레 힐레라 까리가서 bomberuil 당아지 가인데르 베루 셈과 작업디 마소기 람루나루 데 시기 잘라지 데나드니레 짝투렘다 데 라지기베 베심다 시차 둔데레 라울 딩아 남루 니동 게레 데 쪼르테 베르트일 데 남루 니동 주술레 데 데베둘 바드추 로당아제세 데 주라 때 라지기베 베심다 라루지 때 셈가락 때 라루지 셈시베 때 데버롱엄멜 데보다 카 체슈디 남라 베루 때 시차디 라지기베 라오 인데라 베루 마체르 메시수 가야라 짐티나기 사사숨베 참 도도베 뉘니디 남에 셈에 카첼 담마수 람루기 콜레 둥드지 라바진 때다 ngaji masu lamludi namlo niktung gelu gutsupil gutsuptibe totusunse pana kam mason indera beru ngachera rikpada yunte sap nyamnyong lashichera topchil te talapae ngachira lole logic de beshimda ngachira masu lamludi tepchira lejimda dindi zoni de namseme khachel nitung gelu ngaragi yap da ngaragi be beshimda gep yapsinigi masu lamludi guzuk nail te guzub dele digi migul kha chisudera te tari toro kokap topdalu ngara khatule tesu sumjibe labachin digi migul kha chesudera timgi ringlukti zotenshimda deleten jungjong legden leten dibe ngachira chala gajira zeru chada chore meba dansegi tole chepuni gyakhabgi tadin zotendi gelyong migulsu tenrup ju tanjulu ngachira mesesu maungpagi kablu nyerang toto gatoto kitongto de dingdibe jani dil te ngarage jangtono lo taboda me lashi chigira gepi apsinigi de sera se development maso lamlu de nopti gepi apsinigi de ngachi misulu sera be nanami ise te tari kokop topda ngara khatule labgobel ti gepi apsinigi sera member beshimda ti ngachira gyakap tepchira dingdi zonigi genkhadi ngachira misisulu nanamil te ta maso lamlu gikaplu ta maso lamlu soda te tigi ko lentangde te madobe nampa nasobe te temel laluchigi te ko lemdalu ta maso lamlu soda ta ngara imiti memidi mem te thande bera labil me laluchigi di maso lamlu soda ta jeben lalugi bungten lalugi shuten lalugi khaten lalugi juten shimda te khaje babachin te rangi japchu bimigi sudin chokpodi gyakha tobachin te da dalapa guzungdi te timda machiba beshimda gachira beru te topse license beru top chonla beru ta gutyong kokabdu hema matomidi tari naba thong laluchigi pebawachin ta shiyopchi bawachin te konechingi sago yuri yusichibnalu te rangi tunlamda chikdibe beshimda ta rangi sudin chokpa japchu bimidi te gyakha topdibe yasobachin te konechingi sago nalwe te kokab zam thong se papchi gyakab joni rangi choyen titani te da longagi rilu te tunlamgi tole beshimda te lamsu deto tobe te kokapsu jashasalebe tyongse te zumbera ta laluchigi di ta ngachera khaji mibleten gaaregi dongkhalu chilu japchupchi te ju thanjulu rangi sudin sopodi phamsi segale te nameseme dro che lalu ngwae cha ta ani zumgi masugi lamludi ngachera na dugya khabnalu gora mogol ta pa gya khab jangala pa to de cheng nyamba semidi ani suil ta tizumigi lamludi te ngachera maungpagi kablu ngachera bujigi kablu masu lamludi te nyerang to tobe lejimbe chi twego bajin ta guda gulera ani lamludi lamlu nyambasu ngachi dugya khabnalu tenchuni meol ta mese masu chokpagi ta jungchonigi kokap topdalu ta dalapa guzungdi gemi da pamise dewe member beshimda ta lhasa namdagi tole genka shubum be bakti ta migi masu lamlu sodo go lemdalu te laluchigi juyedibe nosumtame du ta ngaragi tawachi mese masu chokpagi te tari jungchonigi kokap topda ta disu kaya medense tebe zoni yupchi te chegibera tagol te temase te torara talapa guzungdi longagi nangkyunalo gep ngara khatule japchu matutupi pyungla ngachara misegi khatule chelu japchu matutupi yul ta dizumigi kokap zam topdalu gerabna tsubigi chala imbal te chegi tu mashuo beshimda gade tata tsage langdibe cha shugol te gyulra ki kable ngara dora jangtona lu thonchil ngajere che tu chengi tumi sugi te ngaje misigi byaro inse te ngaje randun tadibe dinalu chamo toto me ngaje juno lonche mogo mingtame mogo gone mishu ta cha shunigi kokapjina titi namachin te dalapa tu mashuobe gade tata tsagendi ngajere miside gyakaplu cha shungse tebe lapsa ngara migira thoil titi ngara tawachi namaseme lejumin bal indera beru toto ngajere maso lamludi sab beoleten kada lap ta thuni de khachel ngajere misitsulu khela phi te dalapa longagi nangkyunalu khelang the trikdibera beshimda te ngajere migi thonsa te che lejimsu namra beru nyam chutotobe namra beru ngajere gyakapgi 타든지 좋든 남라 베로 마체르 미시기 레드의 삼차 기두의 펜데수 하 고디베 베심다 데가데 다다 짜겐디베 투 마쇼베 차슈골 데다 마체르 개합 기네당 수다데르 베르라 다다리나바 마체르 당바라 차지 주지디임발 차지 주지기 잘라디 가첼 차지 주지기 잘라디 레심베 조고바진 대마저기 시주의 든든미기 대망률세 버르치도도 베골 때 더르라 루피 말라미기 강에 둘 야갑나루 불레 렌심다 때 달라파 불레세 때 세고벨 때 뒤기 주어데 집달루 때 답마디오 더러 삽템벨 마저기 나준술로 조연되디 레심베 난걸 또로 연대 나바 미두베 연대도 튼튼미기 로슈마 라중업돌 때 대좀베라 때 되침레라 고중디베 때 마저르 미스술로 때 뒤기 주어데 집달로 때 가데 다다 짜겐디베 고갑디 자체설레베 조니기 겐카데 가네보 bom벨 다 도르랑 마저르 개갑나루 라루파 동셉나디 라루 톰카디 라루 동셉나레 톰콜루포 te lalu yaketa lalu nyamchubere lu te ane boda te ngajere gyakhabdi te talapa te kade tada te gebda jung ngajere mese gyanka danda bak cha danda beshu tu masho beshim te gyakhabdi dindi zosul te boda gyakhab dindi zodalu ngajere mese suye danda be dindi zogobiyol ta ani gyanka suye te kayara 대마라기 멜롬답디베 지속 니비기 체투쟁기 튜미슬로 도러라 대녀랑토토베 지트빌 대다 달레파에 마저르 튜미스기베 베심다 다답마디오 몸수지 도러 타한데라 바진다 녜네기 라디임발 다니기 녜네기 라데 대 고도 굴레라 자게 란디베 베심다 제기 가수바진 대마저르 기합 담비슬루 펜 bombe를 통을 다 주주라 마라 해말랍도 좀베레이 제기베 자 레짐베 주어진 데메세데 갭기 잡조디 타산 남다기 돌레 르붐 베중을 대보다 마저르 펜디 주비 개합 미 체링 중숨 태분이기 내당 마저르 겔용 미글 자체도도 라셔 된루 고비 제기 마저르 미기 동카라 튜쇼서 통로라 튜쇼데 셀랍니기 겐카데 데미세데 갭 루조르 테페 보빌 다타리 젠더 마도기 텐데 지베보다 데마라기 카툴레 런춘 삽다 마저르기 럼폴 헨속 때 제투쟁기 튜미 가르로 때 다시들레데 지가 때 마저르 미스술레 때 마라 게페 듭들로 때 차슈이갑 남라 베루 마도 마체 남라 베루 마저르 미세데 게합기 타든 조된드베 짜겐디베레 자슈일 자슈달로 뒤 아따라 마체라 밤 게줄레 고중 알루 부수찔레라 고중 가야라기 잡조다 로테 봄 지미들로 힐레라 까리가서 봄베르일 데 달라파라 베르라 마체라 지속기 튜미다 가야라기 델 하산 남데기 돌레 자 슝세기 캘라담주일 다시들레.
After the audience, the members of the new ruling government, along with His Majesty the King, attended the Jikten Wangchuk prayers conducted by Jung Drasang. Kampal for Sonam Funso, Tanin Funso BBS News.
Lempo Dorji Chodron becoming Bhutan's first woman minister was history being made. But that was not the first time she was making history. She is also Bhutan's first woman engineer.
53-year-old Lempo Dorji Chodron is now the Minister of Works and Human Settlement. She is from Trimshin constituency in Tashigang. Lempo has a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Birla Institute of Technology, India, and has a Master of Arts in Public Administration from Maxwell School of Citizenship, New York. Lempo began her career serving in Ministry of Works and Human Settlement for over a decade in various technical capacities. Prior to joining politics, she last served as a commissioner in the Anti-Corruption Commission. She also served as Assistant Resident Representative of UNDP Bhutan Country Office. Lempo Dorji Chodron said that she was privileged and honored to get this opportunity.
In terms of thinking myself as a woman and a woman minister, first woman minister, I really haven't thought of a man or a woman minister in the first place. Firstly, I think myself as a Buddhist, and of course, getting to this level of achievement, I feel highly satisfied, and I think this is an achievement, because unless you get to this platform, you will not be able to fulfill your aspiration to serve the nation and the people.
Lempo added, during her tenure as a minister, her top priority is to further strengthen the quality of infrastructure, ensure effective collaboration of private sector participation, and curb corruption, among others. Femasuki for BBS News.
The subsidies on cooking gas and kerosene were reinstated on 1st August. People can now buy the products at prices that existed prior to 1st July. The prices of LPG and kerosene more than doubled earlier this month. The increase was due to the withdrawal of subsidies by the Indian government. A release from the Ministry of Economic Affairs says a cylinder of LPG gas in Phintling will now cost 452 Neutrum, in Thimphu 504 Neutrum, in Samrup Jongkar 458 Neutrum, and in Tashigang 501 Neutrum. A litre of kerosene in Phintling will cost 13.94 Neutrum, in Thimphu 15.35 Neutrum, Samrup Jongkar 14.28 Neutrum, and in Tashigang 15.71 Neutrum respectively. This year, Global Tiger Day was observed in Sarpang. The day is celebrated to increase awareness on the conservation of tigers by protecting their natural habitats and to highlight the importance of tiger conservation.
The theme this year is empowering local communities for tiger conservation. The event was held in Serjunggeok, located near the Royal Manas National Park. The world tiger population is about 3,000. Currently, Bhutan has about 150 tigers, and by 2022, Bhutan aims to double the number. Sonam Wangchuk from the Wildlife Conservation Division said, with number of tigers declining, it is important to hold such event.
The Simche Jimmy, Penate, Pablo, Kashalo, Shaulo, the Ansuabdalu, the Tisukara, Simche Tagi Tomela, the Simche Tadimi Bachin, the Tisunga Chiki, Chankaleber, Namasaya Pa Jodi, Tingachiton Sabnaba, the Sanamgi, La, the Sulunamason token, the Su Jumbo, the Kanginamason Bomb Junime, the Tiletin Debe, the Simche Tadigi, the Tisukara, the Chankaleber, the Mama, such a bit, and Jasubigi, the Anzumi Kokabdu Shunila.
The government also provides cash compensation to the farmers who are affected by tigers living in the area. The locals attending the day said they will help the government in achieving the goal.
sema disolation me matamba
like kichim this sema ini digi sema jusu matowa sema jusu to dach biochin ani ta jusu ga tia de sai chimmiwa machi gi chimna le phau tel nip ke ni gi ani ning khai mela
sinshudi gego shunu ten ta di me galindidi ngachari isin gi loto dele dimasi ngachari nalfa 신날바 아니 단줄레당 같이 미술이 아니 그 몸에랑 온좀 도는
The program also saw art and skit competition among the students. Compiled for the Audukpa, Pematsuki for PBS News.
The traditional medicine unit at the Gelifu Regional Hospital was built some 15 years ago and has only been getting popular, but due to manpower shortage, the unit has not been able to render a quick service to patients.
As per the record maintained by the traditional medicine unit, the number of patients availing the service has drastically increased within a year. Blood pressure, nutritional deficiency related cases and headaches are the common problems people seek treatment for. On average, about 60 patients visit the unit every day. Since there is only one Dungso, he is unable to render service efficiently. He said it is very difficult to attend to all the patients.
dari netang ngarazumchi wang tam de bawachin da mapa da susense dingaragi to ole dingaragi lero membachi da dari thekar dukho.
Earlier I had a staff working with me, but he was transferred and there was no replacement so far. I feel the health ministry's guideline regarding the replacement is not clear. It is necessary to have enough staff for rendering unhindered services from our side.
The medical superintendent of Gelifu Regional Hospital, Tapas Kurung, said they are well aware of the problem, but the main concern is lack of enough space for the extension of the unit. He added the problem will be solved once the construction of the new hospital is complete. The construction works will begin soon and will complete within 4 years. Until then, the traditional medicine unit will have to bear with the problem. The unit not only benefit the people from Shimgang, but patients come from as far as Serpang, Sirang, Dagana and Shimgang. Shori Gurung, BBS News, Gelifu.
The number of Sikkimese archers participating in local tournaments is increasing. This year in the ongoing Yangfel Archery tournament, 6 teams from Sikkim are taking part. 4 are playing in Finsling and a team each in Thimphu and Paro.
Dressed in their traditional attire, this team from Sikkim is one of the 4 teams taking part in the tournament in Finsoling. This is not the first time for them. They have taken part in many other archery tournaments in Bhutan. Archery being the national sport and one of the popular sports in Bhutan, they added that it's a learning experience every time. They said that every year more teams come and play in Bhutan because archery is gaining popularity even in Sikkim.
We come to take part because we get exposure, experience and get to learn many things about the game.
They also added that many Bhutanese archery teams also come to take part in the archery tournaments in Sikkim. They said the Chief Minister's Gold Cup, the most prestigious archery tournament in Sikkim, draws the maximum number of Bhutanese archers. The Yangfel Archery tournament for Southern region in Finsoling began on 16th of July and will end on 3rd of next month. 37 teams are taking part. Soramongdi for BBS News.
With that, we have come to the end of Bhutan This Week. Do join us again next Friday for another edition of the program. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye.